Hello, everyone. How's it going? We're doing weeklies. Yippee! Hooray! My favorites. With that, anyways, we're doing weeklies today. um, haven't really been like slacking with them, but in case you haven't noticed, I've been gone for a little bit. Um, just been break and like to be completely honest, this event I feel like it's died off way quicker than like a lot of the other ones. Um, it's kind of felt a little slow, which granted they said this year was going to be slow, but I just have not been feeling much of an urge to play Hunt. But I have been keeping up with my challenges more or less. So we got a couple here. We got uh, subsonic ammo and like Winnie C, or alternatively bows and Scottfield. So I'm like, you know what? I think I'm gonna go ahead and do these here first. But yeah, I don't really want to use a Winnie C with subsonic today. Maybe we'll save that for the next stream. But yeah, I got a loadout here. We got a Scottfield Precision. We got a bow. I put high velocity in my Scottfield Precision just because I feel it makes it a little bit easier to use, and I don't added like recoil. So that's what we're cooking with today. Too much else to say, to be completely honest. Hope everyone else has been doing all right in my absence. Yeah, that's kind of all I gotta say. Played Hunt for 6 hours today and just got off. Luckily, just in time to not be killed by our weeklies. That is bold of you to assume that I am like gonna be doing well today, but you know. When you see with subsonic feels like an I'm on fire right now kind of loadout, not good for warming up. I mean, yeah. Like the Winnie in general, like any version of the Winnie is just really good. But subsonic just kind of isn't, and I don't really feel like doing that to myself right now. So honestly, not super confident with the bow right now. The bow I have to be in like a very specific mood. And the Scottfield Precision, while I don't dislike it, it's also like not one of my favorite weapons, so but such is the way of weeklies, and I'm like close to finishing the battle pass anyways, so like as well just go ahead, power through them, get them over with, and then I don't have to put it. It's one. I'm 7 tiers off, 8 if you count the last one, but I'm not. No chance in hell am I getting that fucking that title, and I'm fine with that. I don't want to grind 15,000 points, assuming it's the same as the other ones, but ugh. I already don't really care about the titles and cards and whatever. Like, they're cool, but I just don't really care. So, I don't know. It's an extra thing. It's a bonus. I am treating it as such. Mainly the only thing that I want from the battle pass right now that's left is like the revolver spin animation for the Scottfield, and that's like kinda it. Yeah, pretty much it. The only extra I've really liked is the little red gem with the bow and the judgment event. Yes, that is the only one that I have gotten in recent memory. And that is purely because it's like, it is tied to like Sophia and Lulu. Actually, I'm on this gun here. It's tied to Sophia and Lulu. Because Lulu adopted a cat who got taken away by a bird of prey. So Sophia, in her totally not psychotic nature, found that bird somehow, killed it, and infused its blood into this gem as like a token of her everlasting love to Lulu. You know, I think there's something beautiful about that. Maybe a little fucked up, but like, you know, dedication, you know? Oh, it feels so weird being back in Bayou. I have not been playing hunts lately. Probably the tamest hunt story. I mean, yeah, there's definitely some more fucked up ones out there. Not to say that animal abuse is like tame in any way. I guess it wasn't necessarily abuse, she just killed it, but yeah, there's definitely, people definitely have done some more fucked up things before. I remember when I was like first starting off playing Hunt, I took a look at the library back when like that was still in the game, not just on the website. And I looked at the entry, I think it was for like the Pax Claw or something like that. And it basically, I was just like, I just picked a random one that I had unlocked. And it basically just told this like, it painted this scene of this like person who was, who had like almost killed this, what happened there? It painted this scene of like this person who had like almost killed this other person, not quite, they were alive but like incapacitated. And the person who had done that to them was like literally flaying their skin and like peeling strips off of it to be like turned into skin leather, like right in front of them. I don't know why they were still alive when that was happening. I don't know why they couldn't just kill them, but I just realized I don't have, actually that's interesting. Yeah, Hunt has some pretty fucked up lore. So, hunting down a bird of prey and killing it, and like infusing its blood into a gem is definitely like its own brand of psychotic, whatever you want to call it, but it could be worse. Mad at me all the way over there. Fine, come here. Here you. Take a dip with me. Ah. Imagine making a collar out of someone's neck leather and putting it on in front of them. What? That's terrifying. Don't do that. The new bears are Five Nights at Freddy's. Just a rookie hunter was forced into a bear skin and sewn inside. Five Nights at... I don't know what that... There's some joke to be made here, some reference, I'm sure. That way, who knows where? Somewhere. That direction. Oh, that's what they were doing? I don't remember it being a collar, but again, it's been like literal years since I've read it, so I could definitely be remembering. Either way, still fucked up. All of it's fucked up. No, there is no way to paint it where it is not fucked up. You are flaying someone's skin to turn them into leather in front of them while they are still alive and can do nothing about it. None of that is okay. Alright, I can't wait to walk into Cyprus and totally not die. I am definitely not going to be the first one here, haha. It's vanishing, but surely there will not be other people here waiting for me, correct? Boy. Try and use this as my opportunity to get up here. I'm so screwed. These guys are playing very aggressive. I'm not ready for this. Be nice to me. Oh, come on. That was bad. It's not gonna land on me, surely. Oh, not what I meant to do. Not what I meant to do. Okay. This is what I'm greeted with. God, it's good to be back. Gah. Anyways. I miss Mr. Sherry. He was doing all the messed up stuff that I could just sense his smugness throughout it. Sad his character was sidelined. Yeah, he just kind of like disappeared at the end of like the Tide of Desolation event or the Tide trilogy, and then like never was mentioned ever again. And it kind of seems like they're shifting their focus to be a bit more I don't know how to put it. It seems like they're shifting their focus to be more more about telling like individual stories and like smaller, more contained stories than like a big overarching thing, you know, which I think is kind of what they're going for with like the story challenges here. At least that's how I'm reading it, at least, which I think is fine. I think it will make the content a lot more like digestible or easily digestible for more people. Because that was kind of the biggest issue with the Hunt storyline, was like it was presented, there was this bigger overarching narrative that was going on. I kind of explained like how the inner workings of like the AHA work, the Hunters Association, and like the different factions that sort of operated within it, and how things sort of got to the point where they are as we're playing the game. But the issue was that it was presented in such a horrible, horrible manner. There was no way to view anything chronologically. It was all tied to weapon and ammo, like, unlocks. And again, there was, like, unless you specifically went through and, like, dated everything yourself, there was no way of, like, knowing what happened when and in relation to what, and there was just so many characters. Like, it was just presented so horribly, and again, you had to have used like every single gun in the game and ammo type like somewhat extensively to be able to get all of it, that it just didn't really make sense. And it wasn't even like that it was, there was no connection in terms of like how you would find the next part. Like there was no way to tell where you would start. It's not like they said, oh, here's this story that's split across like, you know, 3 different weapons. Start with like this weapon and then this weapon and then this weapon. It was like, oh yeah, the first part of the story is going to be like for the Martini Henry, and then the second part of it's going to be for the machete, and then the third part's actually going to be for like the Crowning King slug slug ammo. And then, oh, but don't make sure you don't miss the part in between that's for, like, the Martini Riposte. You have to go all the way back, and, yeah. My cowboy hat's flying? What? Oh, I didn't even realize that I accidentally turned on... That's for Gabby. The little tumor hat. Whoopsies. But, yeah, the lore was just presented so horribly, and, like, some people did, like, go through, like, I know Hazmat was someone who... I don't know if he's like still doing lore stuff. I'll be honest, I have kind of like I don't watch like on YouTube ever. But like I know that there are some people who have documented bits of it before. And tried to put it in chronological order. But the average person's not gonna see that, and the average person's not gonna do it themselves, and you get the idea. I like how it originally was. There was lore, where the lore was actual in-universe writing. Some authors were untrustworthy, much like real-life history tellers. They had to kind of examine it and compare with trustworthy stories. Yeah, I think that definitely can work. That being said, I think to really get most people interested, though, like, at least the baseline of the story needs to be clear and concise. Like, I don't know, if you wanted to do, like, an event, which they did have some events, I think Devil's Moon was like that, where it was recounts from, like, eyewitnesses, but then there was also, like, newspaper clippings, and someone made a book on what happened, and, like, for that, you kind of had to compare and contrast, like, okay, which ones are the most credible out of all of these, but, and what motives they might have had. But I think just for, like, establishing an overall narrative to your game, it probably would have been better just to, like, do things, again, present it in, like, an easy to understand, or maybe not even easy to understand, but just a more understandable way than how they did it. And again, so that there's no doubt that what you are hearing is, like, is truth. Then you can start to get the stuff. That's my opinion on it. I'm sure there's some well-versed in, like, stuff than others, but the lore isn't the primary focus of the game. That's unfortunately the reality of it. Gameplay's always been number one. It's kind of there as an additive thing. You were so shocked that your hat flew away? I was. Where'd it go? Is it coming back? I got this without burning myself. It was funny, there was a show being made and it was just never mentioned again after some point. Well, what happened with that was that Crytek did sell the rights to this studio that was going to do something with it, or I think it was supposed to be like a streaming service for, like, exclusively or primarily, like, video game adaptations. I can't remember exactly what it was, but Crytek basically in an interview said, yeah, we, like, sold them the rights and said they could make a show out of it, and then they just never did, and then the contract expired, so it's not happening anymore. They said that if they were to find a suitable, like, studio to do it, or that they would consider it again, but the studio just didn't do anything. So it's not even like people can't even say that it's Crytek's fault, because what else were they supposed to do? From here. Okay. Yeah, I do think that a hunt show could be cool. I don't think that it's necessarily, like, Crytek's priority right now. I don't know, it could be interesting. I think if they were to do it, I'd kind of like them to do it sort of how they've been doing the more recent event stuff, where it's basically just, like, smaller self-contained stories over the course of, like, an episode or two. Maybe have some lasting impact on the world or whatever, but, like, I feel like it's hard because Hunt doesn't really have like a protagonist. It doesn't really have like a main antagonist either. It's just kind of like a post-apocalyptic world, and this is just the status quo is gonna stay the same for a while. I feel. Anything's gonna happen to change that anytime soon. What does the strength tester machine do? You can hit it, and if you get a high enough score, you get event points. A show based in the Hunt Showdown world would be super cool. I'm always just like so hesitant when it comes to like video game adaptations. Like, is it gonna be one of the good ones? Is it gonna be like, you know, a Fallout or like an Arcane, or is it gonna be something more along the lines of like, I don't know, the Hitman movies? Anyone has seen those and knows what I'm talking about. Scrappy. A map. Weird, because it sounded like there were people out this way. Okay. Say hi to Scrappy. There's some other like bad, what's it called? Some bad video game adaptations over the years. I know a lot of people like were giving The Last of Us some shit, at least the second season. Personally, I've never watched it, so like I can't say. I've never even played the games, but I don't know. I see a lot of people saying that they misunderstood like Ellie's whole like character arc in the second game. But I also just have to wonder, like, is it also just people potentially being like making a big stink because it's like it's not like a male lead at all. You're just gonna sit here in this doorway the entire time? What's gonna happen? Never seen him act like this before. Usually if you're not standing in the boss layer, yeah, they kind of fuck off like that. Weird. Happy, come back. We do have the hunter trio from the trailers, but you don't want to follow them. Yeah, God, some of their lines were very, like, you know, cool one-liner. Except it's not actually cool. Comes into Swift. Chance. If there is, it's probably in there, actually. That's pitchfork for me. If I had to guess, Ellie is a lesbian. Correctly, and the dude bro PS3 era man who fell in love with the game, didn't like it that much. The thing is that I don't really hear people complaining about like the games themselves. It could also just be like, I know Bella Ramsey was like getting some flack. I don't remember exactly why. But could also just be like hate towards her, but have you looked at the finals at all? Yeah, I put a little bit of time into the finals a little while ago, like earlier last year. It's fun. I don't see myself playing it too often though, just because it moves very fast for my brain. Finals is bad? No, it's not a bad game. I would argue it's quite a good game, actually. It's just not something that I necessarily want to play very much. It just moves very fast, and because the TTK is a lot slower than what I'm used to, like, I'm used to very high TTK shooters, where, again, I can kind of just, like, shoot someone or, like, put my crosshairs on them for, like, a second or so, and they're dead. So having to, like, I do not have the skills to, like, track people, especially, like, light class as they're jumping and dodging around and crazy like that. So I think you're being a bit pessimistic here, to be completely honest with you. It plays very differently from Call of Duty in terms of, like, everything. Again, TTK, gunplay, destructibility, in terms of, like, what types of, like, equipment you can use. And especially just, like, you know, the entire, what's the main, like, the main competitive game mode? Cash out or something like that? I don't know. Call of Duty you can get by with just, like, running around and having good aim, which I guess you can find, like, literally any shooter ever, but yeah, no, the finals requires a much different skill set than Call of Duty. It plays very differently. Is there anyone around? Probably just double check. If I just run again, I need to get weapon damage for my weeklies. They're so far out though. There's no way I'm winning this with a fucking Scott field. They'll get closer. Let's see. Haven't heard any gunshots? There were gunshots, like, towards the circus, like, kind of down here as I was going up past O'Donovan. So. I just kind of want to wait and see if I hear them getting closer. There was no hit on that. Get something else that explodes, perhaps. Funky, thank you for the raid of 27 people. My goodness. I appreciate it. A good stream yourself. Come in, raiders. Find me. I'm remembering how to play this game. Someone in the basement. Oh, we have another team. Okay, great. I am pitched. Wonderful. That's a good start. see her gun sticking through there. Might get attacked by the hive here. If we're lucky. They ran inside though. I'm worried about these people behind me though. Although I don't know if, do these guys know that there's people behind them? I'm not sure. Well, they do now, that's... I'm sure. Oh gee, I wonder where they could be. Sounds like a chaos bomb though. Shotgunned. Oh. Come on, peek it. Oh, I couldn't get her. Damn it. Well, the other people are pushing in, so hopefully they'll be too focused on that for me to pick up here. I'm gonna try and get across the way here. I don't have enough. Oh my god. Should not be alive right now. Backing up a bit, these guys got melee, they're scaring me. I'm gonna just back up a little bit here. I'm scared. I'm trying to get to Gasworks here. Demon? No, I'm not. The bow's just broken. Not me. This is the bow. This is a point-and-click adventure game. Okay. Ah, Jesus, that scared me. Thought that was just a dead body. Hitting them. Probably not for much damage, but I'm hitting them at least. This is a dumb fight to be taking with a fucking with a Scottfield. Once again, I'm just gonna sit and wait. Worst case, I can probably just book it to gas or book it to extraction. See if I can't spot where they're crossing here. There's a Romero with slugs here. I guess my bow's probably a little bit better, but... over here, I assume that's probably the Centennial. Try and move over into here. Just because I fear that I'm gonna get shot through the ceiling, or through the walls rather. Through the open windows. That's what I was afraid of. God damn it. Well, that's a shame. That's what I was afraid of, was the person who was sitting far out there. Okay, well, that's fine. I still got a decent amount of bow damage. I just have to wonder where those teams were that entire time, because I definitely heard fighting, but, like, they didn't... I don't know. I was able to fully, like, kill the boss and banish before anyone actually showed. I spawned, like, on the other side. Oh well. Like 7 kills. That's probably my bow damage done. It's close to done. Let's see. No, actually. A little ways further. Oh. Okie dokie. This again. Fast, holy shit. I'm curious to see if we're gonna start getting options of another event coming soon after this one. Or if they're gonna, like, take a break or something. Because how many... There's, like, what? Less than 3 weeks left on this event? On the Murder Circus? And they did say that for 2026 they were gonna shift over to, like, a seasonal form of content. I assume means that, like, events are just going to be referred to as seasons from now on out. Probably be happening a lot more regularly. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna be on there. I don't know when they plan to do that. It was like in the 2026 roadmap, but having brunch with Dennis Schwartz the other day and he confirmed they will be adding the Nitro Express Derringer to the game. Fucking finally. I know that's what we've been asking for. What the game needs, really. I mean, like, we've already added a flamethrower, and that's something people have been, like, jokingly asking for a long time now, so I don't know, maybe don't put it past them to put something goofy in. us a 2-slot Avtomat. What do they think would be like the most annoying thing that they possibly could add? I want to say a 2-slot Avtomat would probably be pretty fucking annoying. Like within the realm of like, you know, the realm of possibility, I guess. I'm not saying like, yeah, I think it would be like broken if they added like a space gun or if they put like an AK-47 in the game, you know. Darksight nuke. Get 30 kills and you could call in a Darksight nuke kill streak. If the Apta wasn't already in the game, it would have made it for a perfect scarce weapon. I guess. I'm gonna be honest though, like, I really don't like the idea of scarce weapons anymore. Because if they have to get it like just perfect, and this event has been like the kind of the perfect example of that. They have to get it to a point where it is strong enough that people want to actually go for it, and like spend their pledge marks on that instead of just like half register. But they can't be too strong like they had with the initial, like the first rendition of the Shredder. Oh, excuse me. Where it completely fucks up the game and is too annoying. Like it's really annoying to fight against. And I just don't know if I trust Crytek to like consistently do that. I don't know. Like, someone in Twitch chat said, again, if you're here, then like, again, I don't remember your name, sorry, but someone in Twitch chat said the reason why no one picks the Shredder and no one's picking the Flame Rifle is because people don't want to spend their hard-earned pledge marks on something that is balanced. They want to. They want something broken. They want a power weapon, like from Halo. They want like a sniper or a spanker or whatever. A gravity hammer. They don't want something that's just like a side grade to other things. Because I would argue, I haven't really used the Shredder. I'll probably do that next. I would argue that like the Shredder is a side grade to like the crossbow and the bow. I don't think that it is necessarily a direct upgrade. I don't think that it's necessarily better than the crossbow or bow. Has obviously different downsides, but I don't think that it's necessarily better. All 6 pledge marks to XP boons, please. Yeah, I mainly just buy like XP boons and like fucking 4 shots and traits. That's like kind of it. And I'm talking like burn traits. I'm not talking hacked traits, because that's another thing that I just have not been like fucking with lately. Why do I have chokes? Why do I have chokes? What am I doing? I made this loadout from scratch. Why did I put chokes in it? Okay, whatever. I think it's fine if some of them are bad, but I don't think they're going to make more bad ones than ones that are objectively broken. Like, again, in a perfect world, I think that there is, if they were able to get like find the perfect sweet spot, and if they were able to find the perfect sweet spot, then like, sure, go for it. But I just, with how versatile and how diverse and how large Hunt's like existing arsenal is, I just don't think that they can pull it off consistently. The only time I've taken pledge traits this event was when challenges demanded it. Yeah, like I think I bought Corpse Seer once and then I was like, what am I doing? Why am I buying this? Because that's like the other thing I feel like with the event traits is they are just like, the event traits are very, very good for the most part. They are good traits, but they are kind of just boring in the same sense that, like, Doctor is, like, one of the best traits in the game, but it's just kind of, like, a flat upgrade, and there's no... Like, I think what separates... There's, like, good but boring traits. Or, sorry, there's boring but good traits, and then there's interesting but good traits. And I think the perfect example of that is comparing, like, Doctor to Dauntless. Both of them are very, very valuable and allow you to do things that you couldn't otherwise do. Dauntless obviously being able to smother chokes and other things with fuses, and you're doubling the amount of healing you get from your medkits. The difference is that, like, Doctor's kind of just a passive trait that you don't really ever think about having, like, once you have it for the first time. Whereas Dauntless, like, it functionally changes how you play the game. It allows you to go for plays that you couldn't otherwise go for. And I think they've tried to do that with things like Communion. I haven't really played with Communion at all, and I haven't seen anyone talking about it, so I'm gonna just assume that it's, like, it's just kind of clunky to pull off. It looks like it would be clunky to pull off. But all the other ones that I can think of, like, you know, extra zoom on your iron sights is fine, I guess, but, like, not everyone wants that. Especially if you're used to, like, the zoom level of your iron sight guns. And at that point, like, if you want extra zoom, just bring, like, a dead eye scope. And then things like, you know, reduce the... someone bruiser, reduce, like, aim punch and, like, flinching. And corpse seer. Like, they're just kind of boring. They don't really allow you to do stuff that you, like... They don't allow you to make plays that you wouldn't be able to otherwise. I guess you could, like, maybe argue, because I think Bruiser works with, like, choke bombs, so... Dr. Physician Surefoot changes how aggressive I am. Yes. I'm not saying that they are bad traits, because they definitely can change, like, your style of play. But they don't allow you to, like, make... You can still make plays. Like, granted, it would probably be a lot harder to play more aggressive, but you still can play aggressive without those. You cannot smother out a dynamite kill at your feet if you don't have those. Or Serpent, I think, is another example. Like, Serpent can allow you to... It provides counterplay to certain things. If someone is, like, sitting in the boss lair and they haven't banished the... They've, like, killed the boss and they haven't banished it, then you can go ahead and do that. Or you can grab the thing from afar. It doesn't have to just be for ratting purposes. Like, you can down someone and then yoink their bounty token and then use that, right? Found this way, reduction from crackshot very helpful for some reason. And yeah, if it works for you, absolutely go for it. Like, I'm not saying that that is... Like, if you are finding value in these traits, great. Personally, I don't see much value in them. Outside of, like, again, some niche cases. That's why I haven't really been using them at all. But I don't know. I wish they would go back to making more interesting traits. Like, again, I think Mariner is a perfect example. Mariner was, like, probably one of the coolest traits that we've ever had in this game. And it's a shame that it hasn't been brought back, ever. I guess it got brought back once, but we haven't seen it since, like, 2023, okay? So... For anyone who's never played with Mariner allowed you to heal. So we had, like, a jacked up regen shot whenever you were standing in water. or during heavy rain. And that was cool. That was like, if you had like Mariner and Vigor and Gator Legs, it went from like, it turned fighting in water from something that was usually like a death sentence into sometimes turning you into like a juggernaut. It was great. I loved Mariner for that sole reason. And it's a shame that they've like they've been playing it very safe with like things that they know people. Like we haven't really gotten anything interesting like Shadow Leap. And I know Shadow Leap's not looked upon the most favorably in the current like state of the game. Had it for a while, and it's no longer this new novelty. Like when Shadow Leap first got revealed as a packed trait, holy shit, people were losing their minds with like, this is the coolest thing ever. I can't wait to, and it was of course the same event like Katana, so there was a bunch of like teleports behind you kind of jokes being made, but I don't know, I just wish they would do more stuff like that. Or Adrenaline, or a more recent one, a 2.0 trait, the Demented Adrenaline, where it would to move faster if you were on low health. That was also super cool and unique. It made like melee and shotguns just that much more scary. You see someone charging you with a bomb lance, you hit them once in the chest, and then it's like, okay, you have basically sealed your fate, because unless you land a second shot perfectly, they are now sprinting at you like that much faster, like 20% faster. Hydrate? Sure. Yeah, old Gunrunner is another good example. You're right. Gunrunner initially was a trait that let you pick up contraband weapons, so like things that you find in towers, like weapons that you didn't explicitly buy yourself. And if you extracted with them, they would become uncontraband. So if you saw someone with like a nitro or an aftermath, you could just take that and walk over to extraction and hey, free like $500 for you, free $700. Like, sure, it wasn't for everyone, but it was at least like something kind of interesting, and it was for like a certain set of people who often liked to wrap people's guns. Thought that was pretty cool. Give me Blade Mancer, but as a permanent one. I swear they're just gonna like keep teasing Blade Mancer and keep making it like an event trait, and that's just gonna be like how it is. I would be very okay with them adding it as like an actual trait. I think it would have to be decently expensive, because it does make certain weapons like functionally infinite ammo. Think like Shredder, think the crossbow, think bow, think bomb lance harpoons, spears. Like, guess I'm gonna try and get out of here. I think it would have to be a decently expensive trait. I'd say probably like 4 or 5, but yeah, I would be very okay with them bringing, like, adding Blade Mancer, but I think because they know it's like, it's a trait that like everyone's gonna enjoy, and it's a trait that like no one's gonna be mad about if they bring it back, because everyone wants Blade Mancer back. Like, they're just gonna keep bringing it back in events, because they can play it safe. You don't have to worry about coming up with traits because of it. That's like my pessimistic take on it. To be fair, like, I don't know. I try and stay optimistic, but like, there definitely have been some patterns lately in how Crytek has structured events, and I do think that they are trying to like, they've just played it very safe this year, and I wouldn't be surprised if that continues on in terms of like certain additions. I don't think they want to have a scenario like they did in like 2024, where they add a bunch of like really broken stuff back to back, and then they don't have the time or manpower to fix it because they have to focus on putting out the next new thing. I think that they want to keep those things in the background of... I'm gonna try. I have to fight. You think the game might be in trouble? No, I don't think the game's going anywhere. Like, the game, Hunt is always going to have, at the very least, like, a few thousand people playing it, because that's just kind of... It's the only real game of its kind, in terms of, like, setting, the arsenal, the overall gameplay flow. Like, pretty much every other extraction shooter is loot-based. It's not just focused. Not to say that those games don't have PvP. They're much more focused on like getting in and more like Tarkov in that regard. I do think that there is a market for that. A more hunt-like extraction shooter. So you're bleeding, buddy. Solo, maybe? See someone there, but... I really hope he doesn't pick up, like, right as I'm about to extract. Yeah, I don't think Hunt's going anywhere, and my favorite analogy of this is like it's like how Rainbow Six Siege has been around for so long. Rainbow Six Siege is a game that has definitely had its ups and downs, but ultimately it has maintained a core player base because it is such a unique experience. There's not really anything like it in terms of like a 5v5 competitive plant the bomb defuse it type of game right now. At least not one that has the same level of destructibility and gadgetry interactions and one-hit headshots. I think Hunt is very much in that same boat. I don't think it's ever going anywhere, or at least it's going to stay around for quite a long time, and then like maybe years down the road it will start to die out, but it's going to maintain a core player base, and that's just kind of how it is. Also, Quick Hand, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Oh, excuse me. Hope you have a good stream. Welcome in, raiders. You think Hunt could even come close to a comeback like Siege did? Absolutely. I think that Hunt is a lot more of a niche game than Siege. Just, again, because it has so many unique factors to it, because it's an extraction shooter, because it's like a very hardcore game. Okay, cool. Because the weaponry is like very unconventional for like a modern day shooter. Modern day is in like, you know, shooters that exist in our current modern day. Not to say that Hunt exists in modern time, but you know, it's like you kind of understand what I'm saying. Like, I don't think it's ever going to be a mainstream game. I don't think it's ever going to be a popular game, as popular as something like Siege or Apex Legends or Call of Duty, like other titans of the shooter industry. But I think it will maintain its niche. I think that that's fine. You know? So was that last guy a solo? No, it was... Okay. Will it ever have, like, as big of a comeback as Siege did? Probably not, because Siege was just kind of, like, a bigger game to start with. I don't think it's ever gonna get used to that, but I don't know. Like Crytek has, like Hunt has definitely not been, or it has been a popular game over the last few years. Like a game peaking at, like, what's the current peak? On PC, I think the current peak was, let me pull this up. Go to Steam charts here. Go here and we look at the all-time peak. All-time peak was in July 2024, which was the launch of 2.0. 60,000 players alone on, like 60,000 players alone on PC alone, or just on Steam alone. That's not counting, is it on the Epic Store? I'm not sure. But on Steam alone, 60,000 players, that's pretty damn good. There are not a lot of games out there that even make it to 60,000 concurrent players. And again, that's not counting console, that's not counting like wherever else people are playing this game. And like even to this day, like it's still, you know, like January 2026, peaking around like 35,000 players. Like we'll just look at the last 3 months here. Even just today, it on the lower end, it's still 26,000 players. Like it's not going anywhere. Hunt is going to be around for a while yet to come. And I think we're just kind of in, like, we're in this kind of doomer mentality right now because this year has been slow. Because there has not been very much in terms of, like, in terms of new content, new meaningful content added. This year, Crytek has even said, going to be a very, or has been, or was going to be, and it was a very slow year where they focus on improving the overall quality of the game, so that way they have a solid base foundation to add new meaningful content to. And that's not to say that we haven't had new additions this year. The UI has gotten significantly better in 2025. Again, like some of the new additions that we've had, like they've been taking the lore a bit more seriously now. Had the return of like new and unique Twitch drops. We had changes to the tarot card system. That was a whole new thing, which I do think that it could do. It could do with some slight changes, but it's still a cool new system. Refinement of the 17th compound idea. Additions in regards to that with like, the Bile Weaver. There's been some good additions this. It still was pretty slow, regardless. Like, the game also just feels, most importantly, the game feels a lot more stable. The game feels a lot more stable, and it feels a lot more, like, it feels less buggy, less laggy. Like, there's been improvements in that regard, which was what they set out to do, ultimately, for this year, or for this last year, rather. 2026, I'm still holding my... I'm holding my tongue to say, like, oh my god, Hunt's dead, Hunt's over, because we have no idea what their plans are for 2026. Have, like, a very vague roadmap, and that's kind of it. It's, we just kind of have to wait and see. Wait till the Murder Circus is done, because I do kind of consider the Murder Circus to be, like, an extension of the 2025 year. It started 2025. That's... yeah, I'm excited for 2026 to see what Crytek adds. I do think that this needs to be a big year for them to like maintain interest. Because I think now that the game is more stable, what they do focus on is either bringing in new players or bringing back existing players. That's scary. Already have. That's where the clue is. Yeah, I think 2026 they need to add some like, new meaningful content to bring back new and existing players. bring back existing players and bring in some new players who have maybe been on the fence about getting into Hunt. Because the state of the game is pretty stale right now. And that I think is my biggest complaint with it, so... The only change I'm on the edge about is the increased players per match. Not sure how they'll go about that. Yeah, I'm curious to see what they're going to do with that. I think if they do it right, it could be good. Assuming that it does have to come in some capacity. Spectated again. Okay. Going like that. Assuming it has to come in some capacity because it's on the roadmap. I would like to see increased player size. I think the best way that they could do it would be make it so it only applies to double bounty targets. So not like pretty much how it is right now, where it's 2 parts of the map are sectioned off, and only for like trios, I think would be the best way to do it. Maybe for duos too, but that would be like, again, assuming it has to come, that would be how I would like to see it added. There's another there. So the progesterone today? Nice. Congratulations. That goes well for you. Definitely heard them over there. I don't think they're coming over. I'm gonna go try and get clues in there. Hopefully no quads, as I do not have 3 friends. Oh. Yeah, I don't know if they would ever do quads. Like, I don't know, I could maybe see it. I don't think it's something that the game necessarily needs right now. I feel like the game is pretty balanced with trios. And I feel like quads would maybe make like balancing certain things a little bit broken. Having an entire other person on your team, like throwing beetles around, or having like it would be more viable to have one person be dedicated to just like being the healer of the group and like having a million regen shots, or sitting back with like a frag ball launcher and just not really playing the game, just applying pressure. That's my 2 cents on it. I think it could be done, but I just don't think that it would be. I don't think that it's what's being built right now. I hear them coming over here. She has dual uppercuts, doesn't she? I feel like I was very much around there, but okay, go off, I guess. She did see me. One of them's on the wall. I think one's down below me here. I don't even know where that went. Yeah. I thought they were gonna go for the revive, but they sure didn't. Oh well. Oh yeah, I still have chokes. That's a good point. I forgot about that. I haven't played Hunt in ages. How brutally overpowered is the flamethrower? Not very. I have fought against someone using it once since they added it. Yeah, people just kind of deemed it as not very good. Or at least not very good in terms of like strictly PvP. Oh hey, I got the thing. Can I put that on the Scotfield Precision? That's something I can do. Oh, boo. Imagine how funny that would be. Okay, I've done damage with the Scotfield. I still need to do bow damage though, so I guess I'm gonna continue rocking those. I guess. I might switch the Scotfield out for something different. What else we got for medium slots? The Vandal doesn't count for Winnie damage, unfortunately, so I can't use that. What do we... Do. You know what? Fuck it. I like the Vandal. Oh, there it is. You... Velocity in there to click heads. They'll need scopes. Rid of chokes here. Yeah, all of that to say, Hunt is just had a slow year. Don't think it's going anywhere. That being said, that this year I think they do really need to focus on adding like some good content that shakes up. Meta as it is right now is very stale. People kind of like what they like. It's fair. But there's some things that have just been a little too broken for a little too long. Or a little they've had it too good for too long. Long ammo especially. God, I really, really hope that they change how long ammo rifles work. Because as of right now, in terms of the like repeating long ammo rifles, and for all the people who are going to scream at me here in a sec, I'm not talking like actual lever action in terms of repeating, but like rifles that can shoot several bullets without reloading. That type of repeating. I just think that there's like they're just all the same. Or they're much too similar. There are obviously differences, but personally what I would like to see, don't touch the label. Like the label is fine as it is. I do like the idea that people are starting to float around reducing the reload speed on the Mosin, because the Mosin is kind of like the be-all end-all. It's kind of just good at everything. So maybe give it like the Dolch treatment where you have to like fiddle with the speed loader a little bit more to actually, you know, make use of it, slow it down by a little bit. I think the Berthe could drop like the extra ammo that it has, because I don't know why it has like 15 shots instead of 15. Reserve? No. How much does it have? It has like almost 20 shots, doesn't it? Either way, the Berthe's kind of just insane. Give the Mako a fire rate increase with Iron Eye. And give the Krag some extra reserve ammo back to what it had before, but make it 124 damage. That is my solution. And that way they at least have a little bit more identity. And have their own pitches, and the Mosin isn't just like y'all and all. Because really, like, long ammo rifles are kind of the least interesting in terms of like what special ammo and what variants they can use. Ew. Like, almost sounds like one, but not really. It's definitely a fight. No, you. Eat. think the fight's over. Oh, I'm dead. God damn it. Fucked that up, didn't I? Well, they can't burn me, so that's good. I can just sit here and wait for a little bit. Nitro Express, what about it? Try it. You can't go anywhere. Ow. Oh, he was stuck. That's unfortunate. I have a red barrel next to me. I need to be careful. They rotate. Are they leaving? They could just be trying to run to circus. Some bars, I don't know. I think they might have just tried to leave, to be honest. Okay. I guess I'll go plant then. They are leaving? That's them right now? I could try and loot, but like... I don't want to run the risk that one of them might be, like, hanging around. Especially without Necro. Vandal doesn't break 100 damage with high velocity even. Barely, 101. Kind of need, what's it called, headshots to make it work. Or just have them be trapped in water and then not be able to move. That works too, as we just saw. I'm gonna try and hit up some of the supply points and see if I can find, like, Necromancer or something. I don't think that I will, but, you know. Circuit. Okay. a supply point real quick, and then I'll see what they're doing. Fortunate thing is that they have basically guaranteed that they have gotten their bars back. Lanterns explode on contact with balloons. Is that what I just heard? Oh yeah, look at that. Huh. I wonder if I'll be able to see them leaving here. Please go back up top there. Come on. 145 meters. We think this is 145 meters. Probably pretty close to. He saw me. Damn. Then actually. That's someone right there? Oh, it is. Creeping through the woods. Crazy that she saw me, to be honest, but... Not it. Shit from here. Maybe I'll see if I can spot these other people coming. Okay, everyone hates me. I get it. It's whatever. It's cool, actually. Even like that big of a deal. There are way too many grunts around here for my liking. Basement. Don't make noise down here. That catfish. I doubt these people are gonna push up. Surprised if they do. Auntie's still at the circus. Had to have heard me right. say? It's something. I think I'm overestimating how fast this thing shoots. You're still fighting people? What? Damn it, he saw me. Barely see me through that. I almost made it away too. I should have gone around the corner. Okay, well, that was bad. How goes the hunts? Some good, some bad. A lot in the middle. Eh. Eh. You know? Okay. Here we are. We got enough time for one more, absolutely. I go back to the Scott field. I feel like I was doing better with the Scott field. I do kind of need to play closer. I think I'm going to go back to the Scott field. On me for betraying my... So what am I doing? I need traits. See. This will probably be the last one unless we die like right off the rip, and then I'll go ahead and but got the revolver spin, so like I'd like this slate skin too, because this is a pretty nice one. But I use the slate very often, but everything kind of just like extra. It's kind of a neat animation for the label, but it's for the label, and I don't really play long ammo ever, so... Oh, excuse me. I do like this battle pass, though. I feel like they, like... As much as people like to say, oh my god, they're lazy and reusing the murder circus and blah 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 blah, I do think that the skins this time around fit the theming of Hunt way better than the first event. There's a lot more skins that, again, kind of like this, could very clearly pass as like, oh yeah, it's like kind of circusy. But it still kind of fits into the overall theming of Hunt, as opposed to some of the previous ones that were, it's like, baseball bat. Works with like a clown character, but as soon as the circus is out of town, not really something that people are gonna be that much, you know? At least if you care about fashion. I know there's a lot of people who still use the clown skins, and it's because they like them or they're the only skins they have for a certain gun, but... favorite battle pass was from 20. And to be honest, don't think I really partly just because a lot of the skins that I added I just kind of don't. They're either like hunters that I thought were cool but I didn't really want to, or for weapons I didn't really use, or they were just skins that kind of looked a little strange. I don't know. I feel like I haven't seen a battle pass hunter where I'm like, oh, I absolutely want that hunter. Have to have that hunter in a long time. I'm gonna ignore that. Oh, thank you for showing me this package. That's so nice of you. Tuck in here real quick. She saw me, really? I'm in a ton of bow damage on them. Hi again. Sorry, you're not allowed to get up right now, actually. There's people coming from behind, too. God, the bow's kind of just stupid, isn't it? want to deal with this right now. They think I fucked off, maybe? Shotgun, good to know. Still down below, at least one of them is. One of them's on wood, too? At least that's what it sounded like, I'm not sure. He also has a bow. That's a little scary. Not gonna reach. No. I'm gonna go for a long rotate here. See if I can't catch them off guard. I don't know where I went. Oh my god. Ah, she got me. Fair enough. I was in such a tricky spot there, but hey, definitely got my bow damage in that round. Oof. My goodness. If that didn't get me my bow damage, I don't know what's gonna. I agree. I could have maybe tried to like drop down, but I just wasn't sure where that blue shirt was. I think she was holding an angle on me, so I couldn't really move too much there. Either way, not bad. That got me Post Malone. Holy shit, he's in story. Guys, I'm finally Post Malone. Oh my. Just kidding. Here. Okay. Was that my challenges? Okay. Perfect. That is all I really wanted to do today. I'll do Subsonic and Winnie C probably on Saturday or something. Yeah. I think that's a solid plan. The instant banishing of Post Malone. Yeah, I don't want him. Get him out of here. You know what PM stands for? It stands for premarital, and we do not fuck with that here, okay? This is a good Christian channel. Green shirt can finally sleep tonight. Yeah, that was she was avenging her sister who got fucking bullied the first time. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. Thank you to everyone for coming out today. I really, really appreciate it. Bear with me while I'm like getting back into the ways of streaming and playing Hunt again. I've just been struggling a little bit lately, so I'm slowly making my way back. But yeah, thank you again. You guys have been amazing as always. I am streaming again, I believe on Saturday is when I said. Yeah, I'm gonna stream again on Saturday. Do some more weekly. So down for that. And yeah, check out my other stuff. Links down below. YouTube, Twitter, Patreon. It's a fun stuff. You can find me there below if you want to support me more, either in the widgets or the description. Yeah, you guys are amazing. I'll see you all on Saturday. Bye-bye.